I really like how there's a centre photo, how you've put different things on the front of it that's not all about one thing as well. I like the question and answer bit. I like how there's loads of different lines of colours, like you've got the white, the black and the red. I think there could be more colour on this page, and the writing again could be bigger. I like the clothing style. It's obvious on this page what kind of audience it's directed at. I like the fact that this is obvious who it's aimed at, and you've put the picture again quite big on the front page, and you've used a mixture of colours. The writing's quite big. I like the headliner, red light. I like how it's set out with the picture on one side and the writing on the other. I like the fact that you put quotes in the interview.
I really like this magazine, and I really like the text that's down the side. It's quite obvious and it contrasts well with the background, but I think it could be improved if the image was more central rather than to the side, because I think that would kind of catch your eye a little bit more. I really like the red text on this because it draws attention to the main text, and it really contrasts really well. I think it could be improved if the background was white so it looked more like a studio image. I think it would look a little bit more professional. I like the masthead on this and how the image is a little bit ahead so it looks more 3D. However, I think it can be improved by having a white background so it looked more like a studio image and looks a little bit more professional.
On this one, I like how the wall sort of fades into white. I think that looks really professional, and I like how that goes up the side rather than across the top. And I really like the masthead on this one, but I do think the image could look more like a studio image with maybe just like a plain white background. I think that would look better. The front cover, I think it's really good, but I think that's a bit hard to read over the jacket. I think the white looks good, but the red maybe gets a bit difficult to read there. And on this bit, I like all the layout, but I think it's a bit simple. Maybe the masthead could be a bit more eye-catching. I really like the masthead and the text on this one, but I do think that the main image could be a little bit more central. I think that would make it look a bit more professional. But on this one, I can't really fault it. I think it looks. I think that the writing's really clever, and the way that they put boxes behind the text, I think it really stands out.
On this one, I think that it's too busy on the text. I also think there should be like varying different colours. It's too red and black. I think it should be like different varying colours. And on the double page spread, I really do like it. I like the layout. That the image is one side, and the text is the other. I think it works really well. On the front cover of this one, I like the layout of it. I think the image is the perfect size for the style of the magazine, and all the text fits around it perfectly. But on the double page spread, I think it's too different from the front cover. I think that's black and white, and it does like the colour scheme doesn't really carry through to the double page spread. On the double page spread on this one, it's similar to the other magazine. It works really well with the image on one side and the text on the other. And I really like the idea of how it's blocking together, and it's not all aligned. It's sort of like a canted angle sort of thing. It works really well. And I think that the image on this is really well, and like the different colour from the other magazines of the masthead works really well with the magazine.